check on a position I took earlier this evening involving the micro Bitcoin futures, ticker MBT. And as of the time of this recording, the spot price on Bitcoin is 76,605. So this is the chart layout at the 1,000 tick level, which means each of these red and green candlesticks equals 1,000 trades, consisting of both buy side and sell side trades. This red candlestick is the current candlestick here. And a couple of things. The horizontal lines are, from my perspective, reasonable support and resistance levels. You can see that price just broke back above this local support resistance level of 76,536. And this wavy dark blue line is my EMA. We can see that price broke above this earlier this afternoon and then found support. It bounced off it right here, and then it broke above, again, 76,535. So I'm speculating that there is a probability during the overnight session that this uptrend could continue, possibly retesting this upper resistance level of 78,925. So with that, a few minutes ago, I took a bullish position looking to capitalize on this potential move back to the upside. So down here at the bottom are the details. I am long 2 contracts. My entry price average out to 76,693. And I'm risking $171 to making $643.50. So this is essentially a 1 to 3 risk to reward. And just to put that into perspective, here's this graph right here. So if price falls below this bottom red graph right here, then that would stop my trade out, capping my loss to $171. If my assessment is correct and price does break towards the upside, looking for that 1 to 3 risk to reward. It's almost a 1 to 4 risk to reward. Reward ratio is 3.74. So if there is an uptrend, I will start walking my limit order higher, as the next support resistance level is 80,855. So I thought I would just keep it here for now, see how this trade goes. I don't think I'll add a third contract. I think I'll just keep it at 2, considering that we have a strong sell-off today, as well as Bitcoin selling off for the past few weeks now. So at this point, I'm essentially counter trading the trend. I'm betting against the market for a reversal, at least during the overnight session, possibly heading into the end of this week. We could see a continuation, but this is the considering that this is the trading platform for TopStep X, specifically the $50,000 trading combine. So top right here in the top left quadrant, it says $50,000 trading combine. My starting balance was 50,000. I've brought it up to 50,712. So the ultimate goal for completing or passing this combine is to generate $3,000 worth of profits. At that point, I will get moved into the Express funded account, which I've already done twice. So my maximum loss limit was originally 48,000. There's that $2,000 loss limit, but because I'm up $722, my max loss limit also went up. So now I can't let this balance fall below 48,741. Otherwise, it will close out this combine, and I would either have to reset it or sign up for another combine. So here the trade is slightly going against me, as the trade is now down or losing $23.50. I'm hoping that, hope is not a strategy, but I'm looking for 76,535 support line to hold with a minor deviation of price falling below it, but I'm speculating that this could also hold. So with that, what I'll do is I'll toggle over to my performance tab. So here's my performance tab. Overall, right now, the account is up $741.44. Here's some general stats. So here's my performance graph right here. So it's very wavy, up and down, up and down. But for the past 2 days, I've had back-to-back green days, bringing this balance up to 50,744 heading into the Bitcoin trade. Scrolling further down, there's additional stats. My most successful trade is right here, generating 1,325 on a gold short. Sorry, this was a gold long. Oh yeah, short. This was on a gold short, and that generated 1325. Here are my trade directions. It's almost a 1 to 2 short then long. And if I scroll further down, here's additional stats. So here are the past 2 trading days. Tonight's trade, when it's closed, will be reflecting in the February 4th trading session. As the futures market started trading at 6 p.m. Eastern, that essentially is the trading period for Wednesday, February 4th. So with these 2 green days, this week's performance is up a little over $1,200. Last week, if I switch back to last week, pretty chaotic here. I couldn't find my footing. The trading combine started January 21st, 2 consecutive red days, ending the week positive. Overall performance up $10. The second week was pretty bad. This was the gold trade. I was able to salvage. I was essentially down $600 heading into the gold trade, and then so that brought me back up. So eventually ending the week down $500, and this is the week so far up a little over $1,200. So those are the stats for the combine. Just take one last quick peek. Yeah, so the trade is still going against me. It's now down $27. So I'll pause it here, give it a few hours, and I'll update accordingly. So quick status check. It's been a few hours since the Bitcoin long position. However, Bitcoin is starting to fade towards the downside. The trade is now losing $82.50. However, a couple of things. Earlier this evening, I took a short position on gold, and right here in the top center, my realized P&L is reflecting a losing balance of $128. So that trade was a dud. However, down here, I have since re-entered a short on gold. I only shorted one futures contract at 5,096.9, and I'm risking $100. And right now, the trade is up $147. So if this Bitcoin trade is also a failure, combined with my earlier gold short, that would be a little over $300 in overnight trading losses. Hopefully, we'll see further continuation to the downside in gold. So that's the status on Bitcoin. So I'll shift over to the micro gold short. So ticker is MCG. And here's the layout right here. So my entry is at $5,096.90. You can see that price is still trending to the downside. And I got caught up in this chop right here. I believe it was on this entry at 3:30 this morning. And then the moment I got in, price reversed back up to the upside. We can see up here that there's a strong, or this was a reasonable consolidation area right here, where price was just bouncing around. And of course, price came down to the bottom half of the range and then shot right back up, was rejected at the top half. And now it appears market structure is broken. Hopefully we'll see a further slide to the downside. So if I just back it out a little bit. So my initial take profit target is sitting right here at 5,029.8. That would be the low from these 2 candlesticks right here. because it appears that this could be a support line. And then we could see that price did bounce off it. So that is my initial take profit target. However, I've walked my take profit target even lower. It's sitting at 49.42 for a profit potential of a little over $1,500. So those are my targets. Right now, the trade is up a little over $200. I do have a $100 stop loss here, sitting at 5,106.9. So I'm just going to give it a few hours. If price continues selling off, I will start walking my stop order lower. Ideally, I'd like to have it sitting in front of my entry. This way, I'm guaranteeing that this is a risk-free or profitable trade at that point. But it's still too close here. This could be a larger consolidation. What I'm referring to is this area right here, right there. And if I could just, so this is that range that gold could potentially be in. So now here we have a bottom half the range bounce. So it's possible that we might see something similar to that happen. If it does, then I'm going to move my stop lower. Again, I want to guarantee that this is a risk-free trade because I don't want to incur too much of a loss heading into the stock market open later this morning at 9:30. So I'll pause it again and I'll pick it up in a few hours. So another update. Today's Wednesday, February 4th, and the stock market will start trading in about 15 minutes. So I thought I'd get a head start on the status of this trade. So during the overnight session, a couple of things happened. I was closed out on the Bitcoin position. And right here under top center, it says realized profit and loss is reflecting a losing balance of $302. So I did incur that $177 loss in addition to the initial gold trade earlier this last night, actually. So regarding now, this is down to it went from a Bitcoin trade to now a gold trade. So the trade is slightly in my direction as the P&L is up $276. We can see that gold did break out of this consolidation phase here in the purple rectangle, but is now just ranging sideways here. So there's another consolidation. During the overnight session, I did overlay a Fibonacci retracement level, and a reasonable level is sitting here at 5,060 and a half. So we can see that price is still respecting this level. Multiple touch points where price is just bouncing off it. We have price piercing below this level, but it pushed right back above it, and it's now just essentially going sideways. So with the stock market opening, also what I've done is I've walked my stop order in. It's now sitting in front of my entry. So at this point, I'm guaranteeing that this is a profitable trade. I'm going to use that term very loosely, where the trade would be up $26. I mean, relatively speaking, this is still a down day, but in any case, the stop order is now sitting in front of my entry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toggle down to the 5,000 tick level because this is getting a little too jumbled up here. So I just want to see a clearer picture on the chart. So we can see that my stop order or limit order is sitting down here. So those are my levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a regression channel just to help me navigate through this. So the anchor point I'm going to use is this red candlestick that led to price coming to the downside. So now this is at the 5,000 tick level. So each of these red and green candlesticks is equal to 5,000 trades. So I'm using this as anchor point 1, anchor point 2. I'll use this red candlestick here. So from this perspective, it appears the current market structure is now inside this descending channel where the sideways pattern, it's essentially price traveling the width of this channel. So we might see continuation to the going sideways, but heading into the afternoon session. So if price stays above the orange support line, but below this top trend line here, which is acting as resistance, it's possible we might see that we could see a squeeze heading into that crossover here where this black line is crossing over this orange support line if price stays there. So it's possible that this sideways will continue, and then eventually heading into the apex of this crossover, we could see price break to the upside or continue to downtrend with a sharp drop, fading the gold price even lower. So that's the status of all things. So now my limit order is sitting here at 4,964 for a profit potential of 1,321. The 321 should offset the $300 loss during the overnight session. So this would essentially equate to a $1,000 profit if price does sell off heading into this crossover here for that either squeeze to the upside or squeeze to the downside. So I'll pause it here. The stock market will open or start trading in about 10 minutes. So there's a few other things I got to work on in the meantime. So I'll end it here and I'll pick it up shortly. So another update, the stock market has been trading for a little over 10 minutes now, but gold just tanked. The P&L is reflecting a positive balance of a little over $1,000. So it's pretty close to hitting my limit order, sitting at 1,321 profit potential. So what I'll do is I'll just walk it down to this area right here. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to get into this trade. So hopefully it comes down just a little bit more. And I've walked my stop order to the local support resistance level. So it's protecting a profit of 359. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'll be able to record the closing of this trade and get back on the green side for the P&L. So I'll pause it here and I'll be back. So gold is still selling off. It's pretty close to hitting or reaching my secondary take profit target if price does continue fading lower. I don't think I'll be moving my limit order further. I'm going to leave it at 4,942 spot 4 for that 1546 take profit. I've walked my limit order or stop order even lower. It's now sitting at $608. So in the event there's a sharp reversal, I'm guaranteeing that this is now a profitable trade. Also, I've readjusted this descending channel using that same red candlestick as an anchor point. It appears that the current market structure is now inside this descending channel. It's a steeper drop. And as you can see here, that the first channel, the bottom trend line, is acting as resistance. That's very interesting. So for these past candlesticks here, it was at the center point and then it just sold off. So not that much more to go, but it appears that this is the actual market structure for gold. So with that, I will delete the first channel. So now this is the current channel right here. So hopefully we'll still see price hugging this bottom trend line as it continues grinding towards this support line of 49.42, closing out my trade. In any case, I'll pause it again. I really don't want this video dragging out too long, but hopefully the next recording will be the closing of this trade. So more to follow. So gold just took another drop to the downside. The trade is now up $1,372. It would have filled me or closed this trade out already had I left my initial limit order sitting right here. But I moved it down a few ticks to the local support line. So let me just adjust this a little bit here. Hopefully, we'll see the closing of this trade. Right now, the realized P&L is losing $302. This was a combined losing trade on an earlier gold short. I got caught in a chop right here, as well as the Bitcoin long. I'm looking to get back into Bitcoin, but I'll probably do that later tonight. So here we are. Price is that much closer to my limit order. So hopefully the slippage will fill this limit order and close me out. Otherwise, I'll pause it here and then I'll. Well, here we go. Not much closer. So here on the DOM on the right, this is where price is right now. Hopefully we'll see my limit order. Just a little bit more. Gold is at 4,948. A few ticks away. 4,946. 43. Oh, it's almost there. Come on, one last push. There's my limit order. There. I'm out of the trade. The realized P&L is reflecting a positive bounce of $1,243. I was able to capitalize on this gold drop during the overnight session. And then an hour into the stock market open, I was finally out of this trade. So with all that, I'll switch over to my performance tab right here. So I'll do that now. So the balance here in the top left quadrant is 51,984. Total P&L 1,984. So I'm almost there to reaching that $3,000 threshold to completing this combine. So here is the chart. So consecutive green days. If I scroll down further, here's the best trade. This is 1,544. Again, this would be from today, right here, February 4th. So this supersedes the last gold short trade I was in earlier this week. So if I scroll down, here's my daily P&L. Three consecutive green days. Overall, $2,479 for the week so far. So hopefully I'll be able to close this combine out with 2 days remaining. So that's it for now. Until the next trade setup, I'll see you.